Texas Board on this is a board game we developed for 2 weeks games that combines the joy of daily word games and Texas Hold'em. The game, main thing you're going to do is hit play daily run. You get a set of cards. This is your hand, and you can try to make as many words as you can in each phase of Hold'em. You're always going to fill back up to 8 cards, so your best bet is to make as many words as you can in this phase. Let's see what we got here. So, G, for instance, leaving with no vowels would be a tricky one. Let's find out. So I'm putting G. Get the points that I got there from bonuses. 53 total points for G. None left with no vowels. Fortunately, I have a discard, and I can choose one or more of these letters. Discard them. Discard. See what we get. Oh, can't do anything with this. So now we have what is referred to in Hold'em as the flop. So you get 3 community cards that in traditional Hold'em you're using to make, excuse me, poker hands. And everybody can use the community cards to create the best poker hands. And Texas Word, instead of trying to create the best poker hands, you're trying to create as many words as you can and get the highest score. Fortunately, we have vowel and community cards, which means we can use that A over use that W and that F over so I could, for instance, and when I play this word, you see that the L gets discarded, gets turned over. But the A and the W go back to being playable, so I could start off, for instance. And that's a viable strategy, playing lots of little words. But my goal is to try to paper. And in this case, it doesn't mean like a thing that you're trying to do. It's referring to any number of and in this case, I've got straight because is 5 4. Got mini plus diamonds, so 3 diamonds in the phase bonus, which is a decreasing bonus over the course of the game that tries to encourage you to not stack up your get all those bonuses. My new scoring word here. It's that. Some slang makes it through here, but most of the modern internet stuff doesn't. To clear all the hand cards every round and get a bonus or empty. So see, these are words. 1, 2, 3, and discard. Get things is because the feed is daily, you can play it again. So if I didn't have the best good for this time, so it's going to be the exact same time feed again and get the same time. So you can my first go through is usually just try to find what I can find, and then when I play through again, get more strategic with it and go certain letters are, and you can strategically discard knowing that those cards are going to show up, which is kind of the puzzle part of it. So usually I play through once, do the best I can, and then see if there are some better strategies that I can play with on the next time through. Let's see. To get me bonuses. This could be a Texas see. The empty hand bonus. Did pretty good on that. Paper is still and you see this as you go through Texas this game structure, which starts with the top, and then you get the flop, which gives you three community cards to play with, and the turn if you want to go through all these, and that's where you do the flop. Then you have five community cards that you can play with. Sometimes we end up with a set of community cards that gives you all mana so you can just start comboing in there and building up your score. Now, the next thing is purple. You schemes it's tricky because I often get tempted to start chasing words, but this is two. So again, always trying to find at least five letter words because the bonus for traits is really strong. And even there's a really big bonus that starts to accumulate if you start to get into 6, 7, 8, 9 letter words. The theoretical max, and I have yet to get anywhere close to it. I think the longest word I've had is 10 letters. The theoretical max that you can get is the 8 cards in your hand and the 5 cards in the community to make a 13 letter word, and I believe that would score you north of 1,000 points with a single word. But good luck. Let's run with trapped. We got to save that. Did I? Did have look at that. Is it ever anxiety disorder characterized by pre-planning anxiety, especially So when you're done, it's scroll up. You get the previous high score. That is not a super high score. It might be a high score for this step process. The paper maintains its position as the highest score. They get a bonus for the remaining discards, which might go through this again. I can even do a completely different toss this time, try to beat the score set up before. So just the game. We need to get feel free to throw ideas in the chat. Free, free this time. Somebody's out there. It's right there. It feels like it could be. I had a D. I could get easily. Unexpected feeling to me. Let's that. This is a thought. That especially since we're looking at here now, which is something that we changed before. This is something so that instead of making staying so nobody can hear me. Excellent. Let's see if I can fix that while we're this. Is it fixed now? Yeah, it sure is. I'll tell you, the stuff that I've got, this game. To the sands of time. So I'll probably do is make sure I double check that before I start streaming again. And then play again, just for funsies. But I just like that feeling. I'm just gonna keep going. Actually, no, you know what? I'll start over. Because start over and do the same thing. Play Texas Waiting. See because it's how we make our games. Can you hear the game now? Is that coming through? And what I should be using is, instead of the wavelength, just wavelength stream. That's why we're doing this. For get all the settings working. When I can mess around with some stuff trying to optimize audio. If I can fix all the stuff up. Like a soft one. Toss that. Brandon, can you hear me better now? I'm going to talk a little bit more and see if it was having that filter on there that was making me all quiet. Gonna keep talking, gonna keep testing stuff, making sure that at least my stream is set up right, and then we'll have to do this again the next time somebody is. You can hear the game audio now. That's lovely. Let's see, is this, what are you doing? Is that, okay, you tell me as it gets better, Brandon, who's observing me as I'm doing this with the typical streaming delay. Game audio's coming through now. Yeah, this seems better. I'm gonna play for a bit. I don't see notifications because I'm in streamer mode. So let me move this guy out over the side here. And maybe that means I'll be able to see when Brandon's talking to me at least. All right, and game audio is coming through. Y'all hear the lovely mix by Giorgio. And I'm going to, let's pretend we just started over. Let's do that. So this is Texas Word'em. I'm going to play through Texas Word'em and explain what I'm doing. This is the score that I put up today for today's run. You get a fresh set of cards, a fresh hand of cards. Every 24 hours we do a fresh deck. And you can check the timer here, and it'll let you know how long until the next one. I got 13 hours to put in the highest score possible. And the way you do that is by playing the daily run. I'm going to play the daily run. First thing you get, this is the pocket phase of Texas Hold'em. The pocket phase of Texas Hold'em doesn't really work that quite this way. Texas Word'em, you get 8 cards. If you're playing Hold'em like you're playing proper Hold'em poker, you're going to get 2 cards, and that's what you get for the whole thing. But for Word'em, we give you a lot more because it's hard. It's impossible to make 2-letter words in Word'em because we decided 3 was the low end for us. So what you're trying to do with your pocket cards, this hand of cards that you have right now, is make as many words as you can. They need to be at least 3 letters. And ideally, you empty your hand completely, which you could do with 2 4-letter words, a 3-letter word, and a 5-letter word. And is that all the combinations? Because you can do a 3, and then you end up with 2, and you can't do anything with that. So you're looking at a 3 and a 5, or a 4 and a 4. And I've got some good vowels to work with here in the E's, but I feel I'm gonna go ahead and do the discard just to show how that works. You can discard your entire hand if you want, or just the letters that you're trying to replace. So in this case, I'm going to replace the L, the V, and the J. And I get another L, another R, and an E. So I got a lot of E's. And I'm going to, what I've been doing is I've been spelling peeler, which is pretty good. But because it's a 6-letter word, I get these 2 left over, which is a bummer. So going over 5, you really want to see if you can get the full 8, which I've done a few times, but it's probably still the best play for me here, because the bonus that I'm getting for the long word and the straight and the mini flush for the diamonds and the 3 of a kind, which I'll explain really quickly, probably outweigh what I would do if I tried to split this into 2 4-letter words. So again, this is probably not the best definition for peeler. I'd go with something, like an instrument used to peel carrots, potatoes, fruits, and vegetables, something like that. But the way that our dictionary was populated usually picks the last definition, or I frequently joke that it's the worst definition, and we go through and we fix those up from time to time when we find them. So after this stream, I'll go through and I'll fix up peeler. But let me explain how the scoring works real quick. So for this word peeler, because it is more than 5 letters long, I get a straight. 5 or more letters will get you the straight. Every letter over that gives you an increasing long word bonus. So 6 gets me 10, and then 7 would get me 20, 8 would get me 30, and it kind of keeps going up from there. And the theoretical max for that is 13 letters, which you're going to see that we end up with 5 community cards as we go through the game, and then you have 8 in your hand, which is a lot of letters for a word, and I imagine isn't going to come up very often. So that's the straight, that's the long word bonus. The mini flush for the diamonds comes from the fact that the P, this E, and this E have diamond suits on them. And getting 3 will give you a mini flush, 4 will give you a flush, 5 will give you a mega flush, with increasing points for those. The 3 of a kind comes from the fact that I have 3-letter E's. People get a little bit confused and totally justified about the number on the cards, and it's a holdover from games like Scrabble, where playing certain letters is harder than playing other letters. P isn't as common, or it's harder to use in words, whereas like E's, L's, and R's are really easy to work into words, and so they're worth fewer points. And you look up here up top and you see the 8 here in brackets. That is the score from the accumulated letters right here. And I'm mixed on it. It's pretty good. I do like giving you bonuses for playing more difficult letters, but like it's 2 points more than you get playing an E or an R. I'm of 2 minds about it. Maybe just going for the bonuses and not worrying about that. But for now, you get points for each letter that you play. And then the 3 of a kind, I think I said this already, or started saying this and got distracted, is from the 3 E's. If you were to play 4 E's, you'd get 4 of a kind, and you can get as many like pairs and 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind as you can manage to jam into a word, a valid word. Assess is a word that I managed to play one time. It used 4 S's. That's the only time I've gotten a 4 of a kind, because you have to have them in your hand and you have to be able to get a word out of it, but it's a nice bonus if you can pull it off.
So here for Peeler, lots of bonuses, 128 points total for the word. I'm going to hit play. I've played that word. I get all those bonuses. I get this nice score. I can't really do anything with this PT, so I'm going to hit next phase, go to the next phase. So I kept the P and the T. The 6 remaining slots I have in my hand got filled up by fresh cards from the deck, and I was dealt 3 community cards. The way Hold'em works is there are multiple phases of betting that kind of break up Hold'em, which we don't do in Word'em because you're not betting, you're just trying to keep making better and better words. But the first phase is the pocket, where you get the cards that you have in your hand and nothing else. That's all the information you have, and you do a phase of betting based off of what you got dealt. The next phase is the flop. In the flop, 3 community cards are dealt out, and we do the same thing here. And now you can make as many words as you can, also using these community cards. It's important to note that community cards don't discard when used. So if I use cards from my hand, like if I were to spell caw, for instance, the C from my hand is going to get discarded. The card will get flipped over. The W and the A drop right back into place, and I can use them again for even more words. So if I play that right now, that gets used up, I get my points, but I can immediately go and spell pat with the A that's in here, or I could spell paw, or if we had an E, I could spell pave, and any number of words. So you get to reuse these over and over and over again. And as you go through the structure of Hold'em, the flop, which is 3 cards, the turn, which is we're going to go to next, gives you 1 more card, and the river gives you 1 more card. So you end up with 5 community cards that you can use to make as many words as you can while you're playing. And that's really where some of the puzzle elements start to come into play. So let's see what we got here. I'm not digging these guys. What can I spell? F-I-G. Do I have an H? I don't have an H. Can I get an H? If I did, I need that T. Let's try this. Oh, I did get an H. So I could spell F-I-G-H-T. So I could spell fight, which is a nice, I get the flush, I get the mini flush for the hearts, I get the straight, and I get the phase bonus. So again, I'm getting the flush because I've got 3 hearts. I get the straight because I've got at least 5 letters. I was going to hit that next phase, but man, I think playing on PC is different than playing on phone. I've got the mouse and I'm looking at my score and I'm looking at the words up here. I'm much more up there. I am sympathetic to the plight of people who accidentally hit next phase. We'll figure out something for that. Let's see. So I know that Pax is a word. That's 27 points. Rap is a word. Can I get anything longer? I'd love to get 5 letters out of this. I can get fax. And I could get par. I might do that. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So we'll do fax. We'll do par. Get the empty hand bonus. The empty hand bonus you get when you manage to clear out all of your hand cards. Then we'll go to the next phase. Another community card, fresh set of hand cards. It's a lot of Y's and T's. I could spell pretty. That's nice, 6-letter word. Got the straight, got a long word, got the pair for the T's and the phase bonus. What does that leave me with? T and a Y. I'm doing it. And I can spell Faye. And I can spell cat. And can I get anything else? Fac is not. Well, I determined that those are not words. All right. Not getting a lot of action just in the community cards by themselves with this one. Let's see. I can do anything with this QU. I could do quip. I could do quips. I think I would need another P and an E to do quipped, which would be really good. Do I want those for anything else? I get a mini flush out of it. 10 more points. Is the mini flush coming from the S? Yeah, it is. So I can't drop the plural and use it on something else because I really want is another straight. So we got that in the bag. Do skip also pulls the mini flush, but then I lose being able to use the Q. At least one saving grace of the Q is that 10 points right out of the gate for using it, which is nice. I could do quad. I could do quad. Oh, and quad gets a mini flush on its own. That's nice. Okay, so we're gonna do quad, skip. Yep. And then I can do wag to finish things off. Got the 2 discards. Those are going to be worth 10 points a pop. But I don't think I've got anything else in here. Calf isn't. Oh, we already looked at that. Okay, so let's go to the score roundup. 546 is a lot better than I did the first time out. Peeler's really strong. Pretty was good where it came up. Fight was good. Yeah, that's a tough one today. And I can go complete this. Score of 546 puts me in the top 50% of players that have run today. And I feel pretty good about that. So, test stream, I think we're going to call that in the bag. Got some audio issues sorted out. And I have some work to do cleaning this stuff up. But otherwise, that was Texas Word'em. Playing through a couple times. 35 minutes, not bad. I got 2 viewers, presumably one of those is Brandon, watching the stream and letting me know when things are working or not. Quick question, Brandon. Does it work on Twitch and on YouTube? And I will ask you that in the Discord as well. Streaming is very hard. The modern bane of existence, audio-visual challenges of making sure that all of your inputs and outputs are aligned correctly. All right, well, thank you very much for tuning in to our sweet test stream. It's been my pleasure to play a couple rounds of Word'em, which is one of the games that we have here at 2 Weeks. We have plenty more. Please feel free to check out 2weeks.games. You can join our Discord, discord.gg/2weeksgames. You can check us out on Blue Sky at 2weeksgames.bluesky.social or on TikTok at 2weeksgames. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you much. Bye.